Welcome to Chapter 2 of this Megaman X slash Tenchi Muyo crossover fanfic. Chapter 2 Thoughts. As Matrix was recovering from her lengthy grand tour of headquarters, she looked up from the portable database access code, PDAN. She was studying. As she felt she was no longer alone, cocking her head, she barely heard the most inaudible whimpering of a small girl. Putting down her PDAN, she stood, scanning the room. The girl in her dream stood not 10 feet away. Her silence was as unsettling as her sudden appearance. But after a few seconds, the girl disappeared, much as before. However, almost as suddenly as she vanished, she was replaced by a striking woman, who Matrix knew instinctual was an older version of her weeping visitor. Matrix tilted her head, saying softly, "You're that little girl, aren't you?" The woman answered, "Yes, the child and I are the same. Why do you cry? What happened?" asked Matrix, refusing to take her eyes off the entity that, so far, had a penchant for suddenly disappearing with a very little warning. Pointing at Matrix, the girl replied, "You! Why must you haunt me?" Matrix cried out, bolting upright in her seat, blinking. She found the room to be no different than it should be, with no sign of either the child or the woman. Concentrating on what the girl-woman told her, she almost missed the voice asking her if she was all right. After a sharp intake of breath, she looked to the speaker. It was X. "Fine." After a pause, "Fine, I guess." "You've been having these bad dreams for days now," said X, a look of concern upon his face. Matrix turned her head and stated matter-of-factly, I've been having these dreams before you even found me." X had a worried look on his face. "Matrix," he thought, walking away. She turned when X spoke again. "Matrix, what are your dreams about?" Matrix tilted her head down and answered sadly, "It's about a sad girl crying for me." Matrix walked away. X, now more confused more than ever, shook his head and sighed. Ever since Matrix had come to stay with them, after finding her in a lab, the sole survivor of a decimated laboratory complex, everyone had become very attached to her. No one liked walking in to see her thrashing in her sleep, fighting off a nightmare, especially not him. As Matrix and her hybrid pet, mi-ohki, walked along in the Maverick Hunter headquarters, with a diminutive beast perched upon her right shoulder, she thought about a woman pointing at her and saying that she was the reason the younger self was crying. Why did I make the small girl cry? How? What could I have possibly done? She asked herself. "Mio," purred mi-ohki. Matrix just smiled and patted her on the head. "You understand what it says?" asked Axel, appearing from behind the corner. "Oh!" Matrix jumped, surprised by Axel's unexpected appearance. He really should pay more attention to what's going on around him, she thought. "Yes, I can," she answered, rubbing mi-ohki's behind the ear. "What exactly is mi-ohki?" asked Axel, taking a closer look at Matrix's pet. "Mi-ohki is my ship," she responded in a friendly tone of voice. Axel arched an eyebrow. Matrix? How can she be your ship? Isn't she tad a bit small?" Matrix smiling, as approached Axel and whispered in her ear, "Big things come in small packages, Axel." Matrix then walked off. Big things come in small packages? What does that mean? He thought to himself. Farther down the hill, having left Axel far behind to ponder what she said, Matrix shivered, the area becoming rather chill abruptly. She stopped dead in her tracks. The little hairs on her back, on the back of her head standing up straight. There was something wrong. She could feel it. She began whispering words of comfort to her pet, and then tried to decide who it was she was really trying to comfort. A heavy weight fall upon her shoulder, making her emit a short scream. Twirling around, fearing the worst, Matrix found herself face to face with Zero. "Matrix, Alien needs to talk to you." "Right, thanks," said Matrix, attempting to force a smile. She collected herself, shaking off an adrenaline rush caused by the scare. Zero walked away, seemingly unaware that she had just been scared half to death. That cold feeling, she thought to herself. And the girl-woman, are they delusions? Or is there a past calling out to me? She thought to herself, shivering. She added to that, a past? I don't have a past. And that's chapter 2.